The coronavirus is a virus that has proven to be deadly and has hit mankind in the present economy. According to the World Health Organization, it said that the virus is here to stay for a while until a vaccine is recovered. Some of the measures put in place in order to further curb the spread of the virus are maintenance of social distancing and proper usage of your nose masks. Bringing the case to Lagos State, which has the highest number of cases of coronavirus, Babajide Sanwo-Olu has ensured that all Lagosians must abide by the rules of using their nose masks as often as possible. He also threatened that anyone who violates these laws shall be adequately punished. Let us move into the streets of Lagos and see how Lagosians have actively complied to these rules.
My name is Ndubisi Eke.
I'm Joshua Chukwemeka.
Hi, St. Peter. My name is Pedro Idiare.
My name is Oluyemi.
I'm Tiniola Ogundele.
I'm Ogunde Matthew.
According to the law given by Lagos State government, Governor Sanwo-Olu, now this law telling us to always put on our nose masks. What do you feel about this?
It's quite okay.
It's actually a way of preventing us from getting contacted with the COVID-19 out there.
If the government have imposed it as a legal something, like it's a must, I think it's okay.
For me, it's a welcome development. As a state government, they undertake the responsibility to ensure the safety of its citizens.
For me, I think it's a necessity, considering the problems, the effect of this COVID-19 on the society and the economy at large. So I think it is one of the ways to curb the spread of this COVID-19. It's a welcome development.
I feel it's for our benefit, at least everyone knows that there's COVID out there. So no one knows who's carrying it. No one knows what it is exactly. So you just need to be sure. So being sure this time means you have to protect yourself.
Anything that is geared towards ensuring that the citizens are safe is welcomed, as far as I'm concerned. The reason why the imposition of fine is made is simply because there are so many people who are disregarding the rule for wearing a face mask. I think it is foolishness for any person to think that this COVID-19 is not real. It is real. We are all seeing the impact globally.
Looking at the compliances of Lagosians, what rate can you give Lagosians?
Lagos State is, I'll give Lagos State 80%. Yeah.
I'll rate the level of compliance in Lagos about 70%.
So I think if I'm to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, for this compliance, I think it's barely 3%, barely 3. Below 50, below 50. There's one thing is for the government to actually put the policy there. Another thing is for people to actually adhere to it 100%. I can come out here because I know probably someone will catch me using the nose mask. I'm using it, and me going to a place I know no one is watching me, I just put it off.
That's a big one, because for me, firstly, I see a lot of people using the masks wrongly, especially the surgical masks. Even some use the Ankara one, the fabric one, they use it wrongly as well. You could see someone turning the part that is meant to be on the nose, the person turning it upside down. So I think there has to be a way of the government teaching us, this is how to use it.
Well, the rate is still very low and is still disturbing. It is low to the extent that people just put on their face mask, they hang it below their jaw. Not that they are putting it on. Some just do it because some of them are afraid that they will not. We have not seen absolute commitment. Even if you look around here, over 90% are just putting it on below their jaw, which means they are not complying. The compliance level is still low. But despite the law, now imagine if the law is not there, then it means that nobody will comply at all. So whether this compliance level is low or not, it shouldn't discourage us from accepting that the imposition of fine is good. So let us keep encouraging. By the time the state government punishes 1 or 2 persons under that law, maybe a lot of people will now take it more serious.
How do you think the government can enforce people to comply to these rules?
Forcing them to comply with it, I don't think is a good idea to me. But you can rather encourage them to abide with the rules.
They've done that already. Of course, there are task force who are, going around. Even this afternoon while coming back, I saw some of them who are checkpoints, checking for these things. With that, it's okay.
Yeah, I think the best way to actually do it is to show people that this thing is actually real. At least there are people that we have record of deaths already. I think by the time government make it go viral, the videos of people that have died because of this virus, people will actually pay more attention. But because we are only seeing figures, so and of course people are still having it in their brain that those figures are being manufactured. So we are not seeing the death, we are just seeing the figures, So we are not sure. So people are like, oh, this thing is not real. Some people are saying this is real. Some people are saying it's real, but it's not what they are telling us. Those are the things government needs to do. Show us proof. Give us, people that have been there. Give us videos. Let us watch. This is a digital age. For example, everybody is on Twitter, everybody is on Facebook, everybody is on Instagram. Put it out there. Let them see. Okay, this is actually real. Then I think with that, within themselves, everybody will know, okay, this thing is real. So
you will know, as we know, all Nigerians, just like when you say don't cross the road, you see people will still cross the road despite there's bridge. So such thing, if you don't put them on check, they won't do it. You understand? Just like when they say we have a pedestrian bridge and you see people crossing road, but the only way you can stop it is if when you see all these agents, like all these sky agents that are catching people. That's when people will start having the awareness that they need to cross, they need to climb bridge. But maybe I think they need to put in place some agencies to regulate things like that.
The government, the best thing that government can do is to follow up this law, is to enforce it to the letter. Use the law to punish those who have violated it. And keep your mass education, your campaign for awareness, and every other thing that is necessary to get the people aware of the law and the need for them to put on face masks. But ultimately, if they make a law and they don't enforce it, then the law is a failure. So one of the best ways as it is now is to make public example of those who violate the law by punishing them, using the law to punish them.
What other measures do you think government can put in place, in order to further curb the spread of the virus in the society?
The first one is making nose masks free for everybody. Then the next one, put checkmate in every center, like what they call it, Ikotun. Anywhere there is crowd, you understand me now? Go there, send agencies down to the place, you understand me now, and let them do the needful.
Well, they've made these nose masks very affordable. So another thing the government can do is if they can also provide, like, okay, the hand sanitizers, for example, that one is quite on the high side because I even have one with me that I bought for 400 naira. So if they can look for a way to make it much more affordable, if they can make it to be in a small container, whereby the way we can buy nose masks for 100 naira, we can also buy hand sanitizers for 100 naira. Because for me, I believe the protection really is not in the mask. Yes, the mask has its ways of protecting, but then the hands also, because you could be walking now, someone hits you, or you just touch a surface. Before you know it, you are scratching your eyes, you are touching your mouth already. But once you are used to, I apply hand sanitizer at every point in time, you would know that yes, that one would keep you safe as well.
I have more advice for the government, especially for the students that are home. It's not good. COVID is here, but when COVID is no more here, what will happen to those children? They are home now, 4 months, 5 months. I think government knows what to do. They just put policies on ground. Let those children go back to school. They are home for too long.
As a society, we all need to endeavor to do our best to make sure that the spread of this COVID-19 is curbed to the nearest minimum. For me, it's a disaster, and if we continue to do things that would endanger the society, endanger ourselves, it wouldn't help. It wouldn't help in any way. So it's just for us to do the necessary things we need to do as human beings, sensible ones at that, and do the necessary things we need to do to curb the spread of the COVID-19. Then, of course, all of us will be safe and we will live in a better society.
Advice I will have to give for the government. Well, you know, it's just like people cannot do without coming out. So now that people are coming out, they should at least put in some measures, you understand, in place to control movements, this social distance of a thing. People are not like taking it serious. You see social distance, people are still gathering. So they should just put in some agencies to regulate the movement of people, and also like to ensure that those people are putting on their face mask and there is no much gathering.
That's it, guys, on today's episode. Always remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, ecoartblog.com. You can also subscribe to other channels such as Twitter and Instagram. Link us up on ecoartblog.com. Hi, I'm Busola Adebite. Many thanks for watching. Bye for now.